Hello everyone. So the government is planning to come up with LIC IPO in the next 4 to 5 months. And if reports are to be believed, it's going to be a blockbuster IPO and a once in a lifetime kind of a situation for LIC. So in this video, we'll take a look at everything that you need to understand before the IPO comes out, whether it is why the government is coming out with an IPO, how much funds it is planning to raise, what are the valuations going to look like, and etc. etc. So first things first, whenever any firm comes up with an IPO, it's with a single objective in mind, and that is to raise funds. Now, whether those funds will be used to reduce their debt or for growth or expansion related projects, now that's a prerogative of the company that is raising the funds. Similarly, the government here wants to raise funds. Clearly, higher the funds that the government can raise through its IPO, better it is going to be for them. Which brings me to my next point, which is valuations. Now, the Zomato IPO, when it got listed, was valued at 1 trillion rupees in the market. Now, this valuation is done by financial experts, and the government is now asking its advisors if LIC could be valued at 10 trillion rupees, which would be 10 times Zomato's size. Now, also the government wants to offload 10% stake in the LIC IPO, which would mean that it wants to rake in at least 1 trillion rupees through the LIC IPO. Now, the government has a disinvestment target for the current year, which is at 1.75 trillion rupees. Now, when I say disinvestment target, I mean that the government wants to sell off its stake in public sector enterprises, and through those sales it's going to acquire 1.75 trillion rupees. Now, my opinion is that it is going to fall short of that in the current year, but with LIC's IPO it's going to help them reduce that deficit, because 1 trillion rupees, if it's planning to raise only through this LIC IPO, that's going to help them narrow the deficit. Now let us understand market capitalization of the other insurance players in the market. Now, make no mistake, LIC is the biggest player, biggest by a huge margin. So if you look at other players, HDFC Life Insurance is the second biggest player in the insurance space after LIC with a market cap of 1.4 trillion. SBI Life is at the third place with 1.1 trillion. ICICI Prudential is at the fourth place with 0.9 trillion market cap. And the fifth space is occupied by Max Financial with a market cap of 0.33 trillion. Now, this data suggests that LIC is a huge player. Even if you look at all the listed companies in the Indian equity market, the most valued company right now is Reliance Industries with a market cap of 17.9 trillion, followed by TCS at 12 trillion. If LIC could be valued at 10 trillion, it would make them the third most valued company in the entire equity space of India. That just goes to show the scale that LIC is currently operating at. But right now, make no mistake, a lot of things are uncertain. A lot of things will be decided once LIC is valued at a certain price point, based on which everything else is going to start falling into place. Do you know the issue price right now? We do not. Do we know the number of shares that are going to be sold? We do not. Do we know the price points? We absolutely do not. But the signs right now are very encouraging, and the government is looking to rake in a mammoth amount of money through the LIC IPO. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the analysis of the LIC IPO. Do subscribe to Finance Lens for more of such content, and I'll see you the next time.